Hey, Ming Tsai here, and I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to wok at home. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a large industrial oven like this, well, it's very simple. You put your wok on the burner, and it's going to heat up properly. But a lot of us at home don't have a big gas burner like this, or you have an electric stove, which does not put out the BTUs you need. So what's the tip? Use your oven. Check it out. Crank your oven all the way to 525 or 550. Use a towel, or of course you can always use one of these mitts. Be careful because this handle is hot, so obviously your wok has to be completely metal all the way through, including the handle, or you're going to melt it. This wok is at 525 degrees. It's good to go, and then put it on your burner on the highest temperature. The most important thing now is don't grab the handle, all right? So keep your towel in your hand. Now the second tip, which is equally key, and by the way, what I'm making is just a curry oil stir fry of beef, peppers, and leeks. The other thing, which is probably the most common error, is people put too much stuff in the wok. If you load the wok up too much, it's going to take the temperature down. So most recipes, just cut them by half. Don't put too much. Put a little bit of flank steak here. That sizzle, you want to hear at all times. A little bit of bell peppers and a little bit of leeks. If the sizzle goes away, you loaded your wok too much, and then what happens is you end up braising your stir fry. So salt and pepper, and you want to keep that sizzle going. And flipping it always works, but of course, if you can't do that, just use a spoon and move it around. Keep the sizzle high. And this is the secret of woking. Now, if you wanted to go a little bit more Asian on this, you could add, of course, your soy sauce. There's so many other things. In traditional Asian cooking, you always start with garlic, ginger, and scallions. But here we kind of went a little east-west with the leeks, which is a very sweet onion. And this is flank steak cut on the bias, so it keeps it nice and tender, breaks the grain, and I keep it medium rare. And this dish is done. All right? How easy was that? Plate this up. In the middle, sizzle's still going. And then all you have to do then is put it back on because this is still really hot, and you can do a second round. But since we're just doing this for one, I'm going to take a little bit more of this curry oil, just drizzle it on the plate. And there you have it, Woking 101. What could be simpler?